Hi everyone, welcome to the day 13 of our 24-day series of Microsoft Fabric video series. So the series went stopped just because the Fabric trial was expired in my previous account. So I came up with a new account. So in our previous videos, we saw uh, the data engineering part of the Microsoft Fabric, and we explored so many things such as how to create pipelines in three different ways, like using Dataflow Gen to using script activity as well as notebook. In now we are focusing on the data science part of the Microsoft Fabric. So here we are mostly focusing on in couple of videos we will be focusing on uh, data science in Microsoft Fabric. So this is the first video of data science in Microsoft Fabric, and it is an introduction video. So you have seen how Microsoft Fabric handles data engineering like ingestion, pipelines, or Lakehouse. But what happens after the data is ready? So do we know how to build ML models, how to track experiments, and use predictions in Power BI? These things all we can do inside Fabric. So in this video, I'll explain data science in Microsoft Fabric, and it is from scratch. So let me just first go to the home. So from the scratch, I'll explain. So data science in Microsoft Fabric is where we analyze data, build machine learning models, and generate predictions using the same data stored in the Lakehouse. So, because for you working in the data science part, we need to use notebooks where we can run Python or PySpark codes. So, Fabric provides some built-in notebooks which we can use, and no need of separate Azure ML setup required here. So what we can do, we can directly access to the Lakehouse tables, because from the notebook you have seen in my previous video, we can connect to the Lakehouse as a data source and we can directly access to the tables. And there are some enterprise ready ML lifecycle like provided by AutoML functions are there in Fabric. So you can write also your ML code and you can use the AutoML functionality. So think of Fabric as one of the big platforms where data engineering prepares the data and data science uses that clean data to answer the future looking questions such as what will be the next month's sales, which customers are likely to churn, and which patients are high risk. These are the predictive questions which we can easily answer with the help of a data science capability in Microsoft Fabric. So if I say in clear words, data engineering is past and present, but data science is the future. Okay. So Fabric data science component are first. So here what I did, I have created a workspace called data science workspace. Okay. Where all our notebooks and experiments and models will be there. So let me just create separate folders. So I'll create a folder for Lakehouse. I'll create a folder for notebooks, and I'll create a table for I think models. Oh, sorry, folder. Sorry. These are the folders. I'll create separate folders for separating the notebooks, the lakehouse, and then in the models. Okay. So in the workspace, so this is the trial version. Okay. Yeah, this license is trial license, and okay. So notebooks. So notebooks. What are the notebooks? I think most of you are aware of notebooks. So let me just again once explain what is notebook here. So notebook is something where we can, it is similar to Jupyter Notebook, and here we can run Python code or PySpark code. Okay, here we can run Python code, PySpark code, and it is used for data exploration, EDA, and ML, machine learning. So if you know basic Python, you can start immediately, but you should know at least simple basic Python or PySpark. So Lakehouse integration from notebook is the biggest advantage which we have, and we can read and write data from Lakehouse. Okay. So here no data movement required, no duplication. So from the same source, we can do data engineering as well as data science. So what is MLflow? If you like any of you are like aware of MLflow, let me just go to here in the workspaces. So what is a MLflow? Okay. So Fabric automatically tracks experiments using MLflow. Okay. So what it do? It tracks the model's accuracy and the parameters, and it helps compare multiple runs. Okay. So for MLflow, what we will do, we will cover it in a dedicated video. But there is another functionality of Fabric which is called AutoML. So if you don't want to write your ML code, Fabric also provides AutoML. So what Fabric does, Fabric choose best algorithm, and it provides a faster experimentation, and which is good for business users. Okay. So some questions, some students who have worked with Azure ML, they will definitely have a question like, what is the difference between Fabric Data Science and Azure ML? So this is very common confusion. So we have to understand what is the difference, because in some of the interviews, people like interviewer will ask, "Ki, what is the difference between Azure ML and Fabric Data Science?" So the Fabric Data Science, it is inside Fabric, inside Fabric, and best for analytics and BI, and very easily set up. We can do very easily set up, and we can directly integrate it with the Power BI. Okay. In the Azure machine learning, we have to create a separate service, Azure services. Okay. Then it is very good for heavy ML. Okay. Because it is a complete separate entity. It is not linked with the Fabric. There we can do the heavy ML, and the setup is also complex, and it is a standalone ML. It is not directly integrated with Power BI. So for most enterprise analytics use cases, Fabric Data Science is more than enough, because no need of those heavy ML machine learning things. Okay. So in this couple of video series, so what we will be doing, we will build a real end-to-end machine learning project where we will do the data exploration, and then we will train the ML model and ML flow track, and then what we will do, we will do predictions in Power BI. Okay. So what you need to follow is the basic SQLs. You should know some basic SQL, then basic Python. It will be helpful, not mandatory. You can understand, because Python is very easy, and you should have a Microsoft Fabric trial account so that you can practice it. Okay. And if you are from Power BI or SQL background also, you can follow along. So in the next video, we will create our first data science workspace. So here I have already created, but I'll show you. So it's similar to how we can create a workspace. Okay. It is similar to that only. So we have to create a workspace. In that dedicated workspace, let's create the lakehouse as well. So let's create a lakehouse here. So I'll create a lakehouse. You know how to create a lakehouse or a warehouse. So I'll write it as uh, LH underscore, let's write for data science. Okay. Okay. So we have created our lakehouse for data science. Now notebooks, you know how to create. Then in our next video, what we will do, we will create our first small so we will upload some tables, and we will start doing a EDA in notebook, so that after that we can connect it with Power BI, and we can use Azure ML. Sorry, not Azure ML, the AutoML or Fabric ML functionality, and then we can go ahead with that. Okay. So thanks for watching our videos and stay connected with us. Now our Fabric series will be continued, and I'll try to complete the data science part of the functionality of the Fabric in 2 or 3 videos. Then we will move ahead to the Power BI integration, and it will also take 2 or 3 videos, and then we will discuss about the real-time intelligence in Microsoft Fabric. So thanks everyone. Thank you. Bye bye.